So 104.7 again this morning. I think I was 104.6 last time, but no real change on the day. But I weigh myself every day of the week. So overall, the weights and average weights have been down. So just kind of the day that it landed on, not really down much, but been hitting the macros every single day. So also trying to lose pretty slowly, not trying to lose weight so fast that I don't retain muscle and strength, and trying to find a balance with that kind of stuff too. So I think that's one of the reasons that it's maybe moving a little bit slow.
What's up guys, welcome to the video. Today we're going to go through the back day of my program. Basically I go through some trap bar deadlifts, pendlay rows, followed up by RDLs, so very back posterior motivated kind of day. Working on that booty, peach gang, what else is trending about bums? Something about sumo. Anyways.
Eggplants?
Eggplants. So yeah, we're gonna run through that. Everything today is that sort of AMRAP first set, and then the next number of sets are based on a percentage that you get from the AMRAP. So when you do the AMRAP, you can then figure out sort of your estimated max on a given exercise for the day, and then you can use percentages from that estimated max to give you the rest of it. And I find that's been a really useful way that Mike's had me get a lot of volume in on some of these hypertrophy style exercises that I maybe don't know very well, don't do super often. So if I have big jumps or dips in performance, I'm always making sure that most of my working loads and working sets are right in that sort of, right in the pocket. So just finished my warm up, and we'll maybe make a separate video taking you guys through that whole thing, but Mike's given me this kind of fancy new warm up that I feel has been really beneficial for help getting me warm so that I can do one set, sit down, talk to you guys, get really cold before I do my work sets. And basically I go through stretch and roll for maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Then I go through some Cossack squats, which are essentially back and forth like a lateral lunge kind of thing almost. And I found those have been really helpful for building a little bit of flexibility and figuring out what's going to be tight that day. It tends to be a pretty good indicator. Then I'll do some planking McGill stuff, do some goblet squats, some stiff legs with dumbbells, and then I get right into my movement of the day and do a set of, I don't know, 10 to 15, nice and light, and just kind of grease the groove with that movement. But right now I'm about to do my AMRAP set on this bad boy, a trap bar deadlifts to establish my max for the day. So I guess let's go do that.
So, how have you been liking trap bar deadlifts?
They're pretty okay. It's a conventional pattern, so my hips a little. It's it's important for me to be very mindful when I'm doing anything conventional pattern. I can't go super heavy. You guys probably noticed my AMRAP did not look like that was every single rep I possibly could have done. But, you know, with the hip playing on the safe side, you know, taking my own advice and all that good shit. So trap bars for me allow me to modify the range of motion. You know, obviously the center, my center of gravity is more in line with the weight of the bar, which means, you know, a little bit less shear, a little bit more compressive force, which can sometimes feel nice. In terms of like what I think they'll do for me or how they'll carry over is hopefully a stronger, healthier back in a bunch of different ways. And more of like a GPP kind of thing. Like, you know, I can feel my quads working, my glutes, my upper back, lower back, all that kind of good stuff. So in terms of like a deadlift type movement, I think for something like off-season or hypertrophy programming, I think they're probably pretty useful. So yeah, just finished trap bar deadlifts. They went pretty well. I was up 10 pounds above last week. I got 10 reps on my AMRAP last week, and I think I got 12 this week. So numbers are moving up. Things feel good. It's a bit different because it's a conventional pattern, and having to like be super mindful of how I'm moving, I think is really good practice, because I'm still at these loads at least able to move without pain, which is a big thing and gives me a lot of hope moving into other stuff. About to do some RDLs here, and those are the same kind of story. Last week I was actually able to push pretty close to, I think, actual failure on my AMRAP, which is kind of cool for really anything hip hinge related at this point. So hopefully today goes as well. I'm about to jump into my AMRAP here with 180 kilos. So by no means anything impressive, but I'm having fun.
People want to know when are we going to do another Tattoo Tuesday?
Another Tattoo Tuesday? We could probably do one pretty soon here. What do you think, Dylan? You're kind of involved in this process too, man. You tell me.
Well, we said in the live stream that we didn't really want to film your butt.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm getting most of the work that I'm getting done right now is on my ass, my hamstrings, which is not super YouTube friendly. But we can probably do something like we have in the past on one of my older pieces, talk a little bit about the meaning behind it and that kind of stuff, maybe in the next couple weeks.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good point. Totally forgot about making videos like that.
You forgot we could use tattoos that I already have?
Maybe if people can say in the comments what tattoo they might be interested in.
Yeah, somebody, if you've seen a tattoo of mine that you want me to talk more about, mention it in the comments below, and we'll maybe just take a poll basically on what you guys want me to talk about. Alright guys, so that's about it for today. RDLs suck. I don't know how anybody pulls conventional. That shit's really hard. So kudos to you if you pull conventional, because it's hard to do. Pendlays are going pretty well. Not much to say, they're a row. Definitely cheated the crap out of my AMRAP there, but what are you gonna do? I feel like Pendlay of all the rows is gonna have the most body language, body English in it. So yeah, gonna finish up a couple more sets of that. And that's it for today. Wanted to give everybody a huge thank you and tip of the hat for everybody who shared our Story Hive stuff, everybody who reposted, everybody who voted. You know, we got lots and lots of traction with that, so hopefully it was enough. We'll find out September 7th, Dylan? Around September 7th anyways, whether or not we got the grant. If we didn't get the grant, we will still make something. It probably just won't be as kick-ass as it would be if we won a bunch of money from TELUS. So let's all cross our fingers for that. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the live stream content we're putting out now. We're hoping to do a lot more of that in the future. I don't know, that's about it for me. Anything else you want to say here, Dylan? Anything you want to say to the people? Yeah, Dylan's working on some new designs for apparel, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Hopefully we'll be ordering samples really soon. Okay, so it could be 6 months, basically, is what Dylan's saying. Anyways, guys, it's enough jabbering. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave a like on the video if you liked it, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.